This session will be about awareness and paradigms, being on autopilot, and why that is important when you work on your self-image. I know maybe none of those things make sense right now, but I hope they do when we're done with these videos and this module. We do a lot of things on autopilot, and autopilot is when the pilot on the plane needs a break. They just put autopilot and then the plane flies itself, and they can go have a coffee and do other things at the same time. So when we do things on autopilot, it can be things like walking. So when we're a little baby, we cannot walk, right? So we try, and we have to use just so much concentration and power to even make these legs hold us up. And we start walking and we just use all our force to try to walk. But then our brain learns, okay, this is how you walk, and then it puts it on autopilot. So in that sense, autopilot is quite useful actually, because it teaches us to do some things in an easy way. Like we don't have to think about how we walk, how we maybe even do our laundry. Sometimes if we're going somewhere, we can't even remember how we got there because we just know the way, we don't notice things on the way. So autopilot can also be bad if we don't notice that the way we're doing something is not beneficial to us. We may have seen the world in one way because we learned when we were kids, and then we are not questioning the way that we see things. And that's called a paradigm. So if we have a paradigm about something, it might be, I have a paradigm about how a family should be, or I have a paradigm about what the world is like if I have opportunities or not, or I have a paradigm about what work should be like what kind of work can I do and how do I do it. So many things that we have paradigms about. But what is important to know about all these paradigms is that they're all old. So when we've made a paradigm about something, we haven't questioned it, and it will be obsolete. It's old. It's not useful anymore. And this is why awareness is super important. It's so important to be aware even when we're doing something like hanging up our clean laundry or cooking or choosing who to hang out with, or anything. Be aware about what's happening everywhere. It can be super hard to change a paradigm. So a paradigm is not just something you just change like that. Sometimes we need to really use a lot of force to change how we see things. As an example, a baby elephant is tied to this actually really large pole, just tied around the leg, and then it tries to get out, so it kind of pulls all the force it has, this little baby elephant, and it can't pull it out. So it believes that, okay, this pole can't be moved, I cannot move this pole. And it puts that paradigm inside of its brain saying, okay, I can't move that pole. And it doesn't try anymore. But then it grows big, it's a huge elephant, and suddenly it's actually able to pull out that pole by just a small nudge. But it doesn't try because its paradigm is old, but it's there, and it's on autopilot saying, hey, you can't pull out that pole because you're not strong enough, right? Maybe there are things in your life that you've learned when you were little that don't apply anymore. And those are things we need to be aware of so that we can change how we view ourselves. So maybe when you were a little girl, somebody convinced you that you're not worthy, that you were not strong enough to do specific things, or you are never gonna be more than what you already was, that you are not going to have a well-paying job, or you're not going to get an education, you know? Those things, or maybe some events where somebody or something happened and you thought, okay, oh, I'm worthless, I'm never going to do anything better, you know? Those are paradigms that are very old, but they're still in you. And that's where awareness comes in as our friend. Because if we're aware and we're observing what it actually is that we believe in, so what do I believe about myself? What is my self-image? Who am I? When I can start to observe who I think I am, I can also realize which things are just in my head and which things are actually true. Like, could it be that I'm much stronger than I believe myself to be? Could it be that it's just an old story that girls are not as worthy as boys are? This is where we can empower ourselves and use that power to get over ourselves, out of our own way, so that we can get to a place that we really want to be. We have to be able to be aware, and that's why I have made a meditation for you. I'll ask you now to put all your awareness on something around you. It may be a tree, or all your awareness on your right big toe. And then close your eyes and do the same thing. So with your eyes closed, be aware of that tree or that toe. Alright, so that's awareness in its essence. So being aware is to focus on something. So right now, I'm going to ask you to sit up tall, even if you can. I don't know how you're sitting, maybe on chairs. If you're on chairs, get to the very edge of your chair so you can sit with a straight spine. So you sit right up tall. Make sure that your feet are grounded on the floor. So you can sit up as a queen, okay? You're a queen. So imagine how a queen or a goddess would be sitting. She's sitting like strong, worthy. She's just like, I'm here, and everyone here is as worthy as I am. That's how you're gonna put your body. You can rest your hands on your thighs or your knees somewhere, and then close your eyes. So now be aware of your breath. Be aware that you're breathing, that the air moves into you and out of you. You can close your eyes now and just keep them closed until I ask you to open them. Then be aware all the way the breath is moving you. So try to be aware of the air moving in through your nose, into your body, and be aware of where you're breathing. Are you breathing in your lungs? Can you feel the air moving into your chest? Can you feel if it's moving even further into your body? Does it make your belly expand a bit? Can you also feel when the air is moving out of your body, that everything contracts? So be fully aware of your breathing, your breath, how it moves into your body and moves out of your body. The expansion and contraction that it creates inside of you. And can you feel in you that maybe in your big toe you can feel the breath too? If you're fully aware of your big toe, can you feel that the big toe is also getting fresh air? Maybe not. Maybe you can. So be curious of where in your body you can feel your breath, the expansion and contraction. Now become aware of any sounds just around you. Try not to judge where the sounds are coming from and what they are. Just become aware of them. Notice that they're there. It can be sounds from the people around you. It can also be sounds from far away. Try to just sit here with no judgment, just listening, being aware of sounds around you. Now be aware of sensations in your body. Sensations may be of unrest, boredom, something itching, anything that might be happening in your body right now. It can even be pain from sitting. Be aware of that and curious about that without judging it. Just be aware of that sensation and notice what happens to it when you're aware of it. Does it become stronger or does it dissolve? Now return to full awareness of your breath, how it moves in and out of your body. Expands your body and it contracts your body, even into the smallest cells of your body. Everything expands, everything contracts each time you breathe. You may be able to feel it, sense it. You may not, maybe with time. And then slowly blink your eyes open. Meditation is a super good tool. it can help you in so many ways. So do this just 5 minutes every day and see what happens. That's awareness, and you can bring it into when you do your laundry. How does it feel in your fingers when you touch it, or anything? And you'll learn so much. So that's my first tool for you, meditation.